guys, this is a Toastmaster model 5301-1, a 10-inch oscillating desk fan. I got this fan over the weekend at my favorite flea market, the Virginia one. It's called the Civitan Flea Market, and it's 4 parking garage levels filled with stuff. And I got this from a vendor who I've actually gotten stuff from in the past before. I got my Edwards Newbell from him years ago, like the very first time we went, and I think I got another fan from him. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been that Sears Kenmore that I used to have, but I don't remember. So I got this fan for $15, which is a pretty good deal actually, and yeah. So this fan is, believe it or not, a Bersted made fan. It's made by McGraw-Edison Co, or Bersted Manufacturing. It's the same company. And you can see it does resemble my Vornado a little bit. I'll bring the Vornado up here. You can see they do look a little similar. The cages are very much similar, and yeah, that's about it actually. But the motor housing and base is very different. This one has a stamped base. This one has a cast base. The motor housing on this one is a lot smaller than that one, and I'm not sure why that is, because they're both oscillating fans. Yeah. So, this fan has plastic blades, and the blades are kind of shaped a little bit like a GE Vortilex, but it spins the opposite direction, so it doesn't have the same effect. Anyway, this fan was made in, I believe, the 60s, judging by the plastic blades. I think that's when plastic came out in, I think, the 60s, maybe the late 50s, not really sure, because Westinghouse used plastic blades on their liveliers with their Heimkolite SR blades. So, turn it to the side now, and you can see the motor housing has that classic bullet shape. You got your switch on the back of the motor here. This is a single speed switch. It's a single speed fan, so it's only one 2-position switch. The oscillator wheel and arm down here, they're exposed, and then up here is the oscillator knob. And unlike the Vornado and other Bersteds that I've seen, where they have like a crank instead of a wheel here, and there's a little thumb nut that you twist, and that clamps the crank against the shaft to spin around with the shaft as the gears turn. This one has a clutch type oscillator mechanism that is kind of similar to an older GE, where you turn it to make it oscillate and turn it the other direction to make it not oscillate. So yeah, and you can unscrew this like all the way too, but I'm not going to do that. It does have an oil hole on the top here under the oscillator knob and another one on the front. I did oil it when I got it. It needed it. It was spun very slowly and it was noisy. Yeah. Give you a back view now. So, yeah. Another characteristic of these older fans is that they have no rungs on the back of the cage. So, you can fit your entire hand in there, like this. Being that this fan has plastic blades, it's probably a little bit safer than the other ones with metal blades, like the Vornado that I have, and other ones like that. But anyway, turn it around to the front. This fan has, it does have its original cord, and I can show you the plug on it. It's a regular molded plug, black just like the cord, and it is made by, there's no manufacturer on the plug, so I don't know. But here's that plug again. I'll plug it back in. And now it's time for a demonstration. So I'll turn the fan on. Like I said, this is a single speed fan. So here we go. It does rattle a little bit. I tried to fix that, couldn't. And it is a lot quieter than my Vornado, and that's probably because of the plastic blades. Also a pretty powerful fan, too. It's more powerful than the Vornado, I believe. Alright, now I'll do a spin down. And since I oiled it, it has a pretty good spin down time now. Alright, and now I will engage the oscillator. And one thing annoying about this oscillator is if you don't twist it, you gotta twist the knob pretty hard to get it to stay. If you don't twist it hard enough, it sometimes turns off. And it does struggle a little bit to oscillate, and I'm not sure why that is. I tried to fix it, couldn't, but it works for what it is. So, switch it on with oscillation this time. It doesn't have too fast of an oscillation arc either. So I'll shut the oscillator off when it gets back to the middle here. And spin down again. Alright, now I'll give you some up-close details of the fan. So here's the badge. It's not on the cage, it's actually on the blade, the center of the blade. And it's upside down. So there you go, model 5301-1, 115 volts, 55 watts, 50 to 60 cycles, AC only. Toastmaster division, McGraw-Edison Co, and please excuse the telephone ringing upstairs. And then here's the Toastmaster label on the base, and the little gold design. And that was somebody walking upstairs. Here's the back. Motor housing, oscillator knob, and oil hole there. The switch, it's a Leviton switch. Actually, no, it's not, it's a Circle F switch. I looked at it. And on the bottom of the base, let's see if you can see this, it does have all four of its rubber feet still intact, and you can wall mount it, as you can see. I'm not sure what the H71 is, maybe a date code, but 1971 seems awfully late for this fan. Alright, I think that's about it for this video. So that's my Toastmaster 5301-1 10-inch oscillating desk fan. Thank you for watching, and more to come.